I work as a security guard in a skyscraper that officially doesn't have a 13th floor. In New York, most buildings jump from 12 to 14. But in this building, if you press a specific sequence of buttons in the elevator at 3 a.m., the button for the 13th floor appears. It's glowing with a pale, sickly green light. My boss gave me one rule: never under any circumstances get off on that floor. But last night, the elevator didn't give me a choice. The doors opened and the air smelled like old copper and wet earth. The hallway was infinite. No doors, just endless gray walls and flickering lights. I stepped out, my boots echoing like gunshots in the silence. The elevator doors slammed shut behind me. I pressed the call button, but it didn't move. I was trapped. That's when I heard it. A soft, rhythmic scratching sound coming from inside the walls. It sounded like hundreds of long fingernails dragging against the concrete. I started walking, hoping to find a stairwell, but the hallway seemed to stretch longer with every step I took. I saw a figure at the end of the hall. It looked like a man, but his limbs were too long, and his neck was tilted at an impossible angle. He was facing the wall, whispering something in a language that sounded like static. I froze. My flashlight started to flicker. "Excuse me?" I whispered. The figure stopped whispering. Slowly, it began to turn around. It didn't have a face, just smooth, pale skin where eyes and a mouth should be. I turned and ran, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. As I ran, I saw writing on the walls. It was written in red, still wet. "Don't look up. Don't breathe when the lights go out. He can hear your thoughts." I realized I wasn't alone. There were others in the shadows, pale, thin creatures crawling on the ceiling like spiders. They were watching me. I reached a door that said exit, but when I opened it, it led back to the same hallway. I was in a loop, a dimension that shouldn't exist. The scratching sound was getting louder, and now it was right behind me. Al-Juz'a 5, Al-Muwajaha. The elevator returns, 6:30 to 8. The lights went out completely. I stood in total darkness, hearing the heavy breathing of the faceless man just inches from my ear. I remembered the rule: don't breathe. I held my breath until my lungs burned. Suddenly, the elevator pinged, the doors opened. I dove inside and smashed the lobby button. The faceless man reached out a long gray hand, his fingers brushing against my jacket as the doors finally closed. The elevator started to drop fast, too fast. I thought I was going to die. The doors opened at the lobby. It was morning. The sun was shining. I ran out of the building and never looked back. But when I got home and looked in the mirror, I saw something that chilled my blood. On my jacket, where the creature touched me, there were 5 scorched fingerprint marks. And this morning, I found a white envelope under my door. Inside was a single piece of paper with a pale green 13 printed on it. He's not done with me. And now that you've heard my story, he might be looking for you too. Stay away from the 13th floor.